Time to work out. The rain will be here soon, so I gotta get out of here, get my workout on real quick. You know, get my workout on real quick. It's gonna be a very long season, bro. A very lonely, long season. You know, the holidays are here, so everybody, some people are sad that they ain't got nobody to share the holidays with. You know, for me, yeah, I get sad sometimes. You know, watching couples inside of cafes and shit. You know, but there's nothing I can do about that but get my bag chase on. You feel me? That's all I can do. I can't do nothing else. You feel me? I can't do nothing else but stay up on the grind, bro. This relationship thing, I can't control it. You know? Some of you guys say, well, Kelcat, don't change yourself for nobody. Don't change yourself. Don't do it. Somebody came around and left a comment. I'm like, look, you know, if you look better at low percentage body fat, you look better at low percentage body fat. And how you going to attract a mate when your body fat percentage is too goddamn high? I don't care if you're working out every single day. It's just like your diet is going to keep you at a low percentage body fat, a proper diet. So that means it makes you look more attractive in the face. We all know that, bro. How you think models and stuff get jobs? It's because they're at low percentage body fat. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're at low percentage body fat. That's how models get jobs. And they'll get fired if they put on too much weight. I seen it happen with my ex-girlfriend, man. You know, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, she worked for Old Navy, corporate, and they dealt with models and stuff. And the models would come in overweight, you know, even by 5 pounds. And she would say, hey, you need to lose weight. You're too big. You know, you're gaining weight. What the fuck is this guy doing, bro? This guy stays over here. He doesn't move. It's over for his ass. You know what, bro? For some niggas, it is done for. You feel me? Somebody, like, not all men are gonna find girlfriends or wives and shit, bro. Like, I believe that every single man on this earth wasn't put on the earth to like procreate. You know, I think every single man on this earth uh, has a different agenda or has different luck because we all know that genetics come from luck. Being lucky. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's where genetics come from, bro. Luck. How lucky are you? When you come into the world, what you gonna look like? Did you hit the genetic lottery? You know, because some motherfuckers hit the genetic lottery, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get our workout on, man. For sure. We gotta burn this fat. I feel lighter already, man. Just a day without a lot of carbs. I feel a lot lighter. You feel me? Just one day of like carb cycling, I feel better. I feel lighter. Now I see why a lot of bodybuilders, they carb cycle and shit like that. Just eat a meal with no carbs, man. Every meal don't have to have carbs in it. You know what I'm saying? Just eat some meat, some vegetables, man. Cut out the biscuit, cut out the rice. Just eat vegetables and meat. For a meal, just one meal. Like the meal before that, you can have your carbs and stuff like that, man. But your last meal of the night, I believe that you shouldn't eat no carbs at all at nighttime. A lot of times I eat burritos and stuff. You feel me? Before I go and before I go to sleep, like 2 hours before I go to sleep, I have a burrito. And the burrito is loaded with carbs too, because they got rice and tortillas and shit like that, man. So you're gonna put on pounds, man. But if you eat light before you go to sleep, man, you have a harder time of pounds, man. You know what I'm saying? You won't be putting on no pounds, I mean. Just looking at them birds and shit. Back to what I was saying, man, like, not every single man is gonna procreate and have a family. Some men are gonna get pushed out, man. Some men are gonna get pushed out. The strongest of the men are gonna survive, and the weak men gonna get pushed to the side, bro. Some guys went to their grave without having children. I know my capoeira instructor, he went to the grave without having children. He didn't have no kids, man. He didn't have no family or nothing. Some guys gotta fight hard to have a family and do all they can and have accomplishments and stuff like that. I think personally, I think like Tyrese right now will be in the same situation than a lot of like sub five guys are in, man. But since he got his money together, man, you know, became a multi-millionaire, you know, it's easy for him to have families and stuff, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was rooting for a ball guy. You could be right about him. Capping, getting laid, especially he lives in Philly where it's very competitive. Yeah, exactly, bro. And then he starts, well, what got me was short ball guy. What got me was when he said that she wanted a relationship with him after sleeping with him twice. Females don't do that nowadays, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They don't get attached very easily no more because of all the options that they got. Back in the day, it was like that. Before social media had blew up and shit, women got attached very easily. But nowadays, they don't get attached very easily, man, unless they sub five and you above their looks level and shit. You know? Well, she got some mental problem like sub five stalker. Sub five stalker had a mental problem. She was taking all kinds of medication and shit like that. You feel me? You know. But other than that, bro, a regular chick, bro, getting attached very easily, I said, oh, no. No. And then peep this. That's his one and only option, okay? Somehow he fumbled the ball. Somehow she got loose. Somewhere down the line, she got loose. Now, why would you like let your one and only option get loose, bro? Like, you know, how? How did you let it go? I'll tell you how. Desperation, bro. They can smell it on you, bro. Come on, a man only got one option. He desperate like a motherfucker, bro. He desperate like a motherfucker. And guaranteed, bro, just the desperation in his eyes scared the shit out of her, man. That's the reason why she ghosted him, bro. It's either that or he lied about having a date. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get one date, you can get another. You feel me? You know. You get one date, you can get another. If one woman like you, then another one gonna like you. It keeps going. You just don't stop with just one date, bro. He doesn't have the social skills, so how could he easily close the deal, you know, unless she's overweight and below average looking. That's probably what it was. But even then, like, women who are below average looking, they got options too. So he's competing with below average looking women with below average looking men like him. But there's taller below average looking men out there. So she gonna go with the taller below average looking men. You feel what I'm saying? You know. What the hell is he doing, man? That guy's a moron. Hey, this guy right here, he's finished. Let me show you this guy right here. You see that guy right there? He will never have a family. He's done for. He walks around here all day long. He never leaves the store. He stays right here and camps every single night. He's just waiting for death at that point. At this point, he's just waiting to die. He'll never have a girlfriend. He'll never have a wife. He'll never have He's done for. I mean, he's mentally insane. He's one of the mental cells. He's done. He talks to himself over here, man, and that's it, man, for him, man. It's a wrap. You know, I remember he said he had only 6 partners in his life. Only 6. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, how could you get another one after being like black pilled for so long? Like, the only way you can start getting dates after being black pilled is something drastically changed in your life. Like, he the type of dude that, you know, if he doesn't get his money right, he could be in a situation for the rest of his life. I'm talking about short bald guy, man. You feel what I'm saying? And the delusional talking and the lying and the capping is just making things worse for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make himself look bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, once you 5'4", you are 5'4". You are not getting any women, bro. In this highly competitive dating market, like you said, he live in Philly. Yeah, that's a highly competitive dating market, bro. He gonna be trapped in his life, in that life forever, man, if he don't get money and status. And his YouTube channel is not enough status, bro. That's not enough status. He don't got enough followers. Matter of fact, he need to stop doing that YouTube bullshit unless it's making him some money. Get off of this YouTube thing and get on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? I tell niggas this, man. Either you're going to school to become a doctor or a lawyer, and that's the highest paid professions in school, okay? Or computer science, you feel me? You know, for becoming a techie, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to, you know, get the millions, man. Or become a movie star, bro. A lot of niggas gotta go on the movie star tip. That's money and status right there. That's what Kevin Hart did, man. He knew that he was screwed from day one. The moment he didn't get over 5'4", he knew he was screwed. So he said, "Fuck it, I gotta go after this comedian thing." You know, he was successful with that because he was funny, but he actually had to excel in his career, man. What I mean by excel, you have to make sure you're doing, make sure you're making progress and you're succeeding, and that you're making people laugh on the regular. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, you actually have to be funny. You have to, you got to excel, because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck in that black pill stuff for the rest of your life, man. Just by him being 5'4", that makes him black pill right there, bro. And he's below average looking. He's like a 4 in looks. So he's not short and attractive. You feel what I'm saying? He's short and unattractive. That's a double whammy. When you're short and unattractive, I can see if he was 5'4" and he was a Chad or something, then it might be a fucking, his case, Tyrone. You know, Tyrone or something, then I can see maybe there might be some hope for him, but there's no hope, bro. You're short, you're bald, and you're a 4 in looks. That's a recipe for being by yourself for the rest of your life. And he was complaining just the other day. He was complaining about not getting nothing, bro. And now all of a sudden he came up. Like, what changed, bro? How did you come up? What changed about you that you could? Nah, nothing changed, bro. He out here lying. So why you always lying to try to kick it, bro? You don't have to lie to kick it. That's what I say all the time, bro. You don't have to lie to kick it out here in these streets. You know, once you stuck in that situation, you are stuck in that situation for life until you get the bag. And I'm like, bro, these years are going by quick. You can have that bag in a few years, man, of commitment. You commit yourself to your craft, bro. You can have that bag in your hands, and you'll be dating the models and the Keishas and the the Stacy's and shit, man. You can have them, man, but you got to commit yourself to your craft. You can't afford to be like a Chad or a Tyrone and kick back and do nothing. Chad and Tyrone are a different like type of animal, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They're in their own league, bro. They get women just based on their looks. You gotta have accomplishments. You as a guy that's under 6 feet tall, below average looking, or even average looking nowadays, you gotta have accomplishments. Meaning that you gotta have that money strong in that bank account, bro. You have to actually go out and get the bag. Chad and Tyrone don't have to do that. And then you talking about that delusional shit. He's looking for tall women and shit. Like, bruh, yeah, we all want tall women, but how they gonna look? You know what I'm saying? I want women around my height. The shorty pants is not enough too, man. You feel me? Like, but for him, getting a tall woman, bro, that's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Good luck with that shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Cause that ain't gonna never happen. Cause it would have been happened by now. You almost 30. It would have had happened already. So some guys are living in that delusional mindset, thinking that they don't have to go out and achieve anything. You have to. You 5'4". Okay, let's get this stuff out here, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat this. We're gonna get this to the birds. They go crazy and shit, man. When you pull out food or whatever, they start going crazy. Come on, man. Open this shit, bro. I lost my earphones, god damn it. I can't believe I lost them. What the hell did I do? That green background? Damn, I ate them chips fast, man. They gotta be hungry. Can nobody make it out of a situation with ease, bro? Like, it's gonna take, you know, a lot of effort and a lot of discipline to get out of your situation. It's like me, bro. I'm not gonna lose weight if I'm not disciplined. I'm not gonna come down to low percentage body fat if I'm not disciplined. Yeah, I'll just work it off. Yeah, I'll just work it off. Don't worry about it. Eat these burgers and fries. Man, it's gonna be good. Man, I could have me a rock star while I'm working out. Nah, man. I'm not gonna lose weight and lose the body fat percentage if I don't fucking like be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? You ain't got discipline, bro. You ain't got nothing in life, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know. He ain't gonna get no tall woman, bro. It would have had happened by now. He almost 30, bro. What they call it? He's black pilled. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no easy way of getting out of black pill, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no easy way out. Remember that song with Rocky? Was it Rocky 4? You know what I'm saying? And that song came on. It's called "There's No Easy Way Out." You know, there is no easy way out. I think guys are delusional. They think that God is in the sky gonna come out and save them. Just like that guy that was single for 27 years. He's talking about, man, it's in God's hands now. It's in God's hands. I'm like, you still talking about that God shit after being single for 27 years, bro? Huh? You still believing in that motherfucker, bro? He left you out to dry. He hasn't gave you a woman in 27 years. He didn't send you no woman or nothing. 27 years went by and you still believing in that motherfucker, bro. Come on, man. Stop it. Believe in yourself. You could have got out there and got that bag and been out of that situation, and you wouldn't have to serve no 27 years without a woman. Yeah, I said it. You served 27 years without a woman. That's a goddamn shame. When you notice something is wrong, you're like, God damn, I ain't had a woman in like 2 or 3 years. Man, I better get on that bag chase. I better change something. I better be at low percentage body fat or something. You know, I better lose some weight. I better make more money. I better get out there and go to school and get a degree or something, because this is gonna last for the rest of my life. That's how you gotta look at it. When something is broke for 2 or 3 years, you gotta spend time fixing it, bro. You can't let it be broke for many years to come and shit. Nah, get on your grind, bro. It's just only 4 or 5 years of your life, you know, school and shit, or going to become a doctor or lawyer in school, or go to Hollywood and become an actor or a comedian, you know, or a rapper if you're young enough. You know what I'm saying? You're around 18, 19 years old, you should be trying to be a rapper or something. It's better than being nothing. There's so many sub-5 dudes in the rap game right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? And in the R&B pop game. You know, Neo, they talked about his looks all the time. But the man became a millionaire just by doing his music, and he got some investments right now that he's doing. You feel what I'm saying? Neo, he wasn't the best looking dude in the world, bro. But he had to get out there and become something, or females weren't gonna fuck with him, bro. He had to get out there and learn the Michael Jackson moves and shit. You feel what I'm saying? He had to learn how to sing. You feel what I'm saying? Learn how to write songs. He had to do all that. And he had to spend time doing that in the studio. Like, it's not perfect. Gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. It's not perfect. He spent a lot of time doing that. In the studio, something wrong with the song. Oh, we gotta fix that. Oh, that's not right. He off key. Okay, I gotta go back in the booth and fix that. I'm off key, man. I gotta go back in there and fix that to it sound right. You know what I'm saying? He had to become perfection. Because if he didn't succeed, man, Neo would have been an incel just like a lot of motherfuckers out here, man. He below average looking, Neo, but he had to do it. You know what I'm saying? He had to write them songs and shit, bro. Niggas who lacking in height, who's lacking in looks, gotta work harder, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You lacking in height, you lacking in looks. You don't get no passes. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 5'9", barely short bald dude, and I'm struggling, I know you struggling harder than me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? If I'm struggling and I'm better looking, and by the way, I'm about 15 years older than you, and I'm still better looking because of my genetics. You feel what I'm saying? and I'm struggling to get a girlfriend in my life, I know you struggling hard. You feel what I'm saying? And I still got young females trying to talk to me and shoot their shot at me and shit. You know, you know, shoot their shot like that 17-year-old chick. She too goddamn young. That's not even the age of consent. So I'm like, no, baby, you gotta be 18 to fuck with me. You feel me? You gotta be over 18 if you wanna be with me. That song by the Loonies. You feel me? So, that's a compliment, man. When a female like you like that, when a young female like you like that, bro, that's a compliment. That'll let you know you still in the game, bro. You just gotta get your money right. See, that's my point. My problem. Keeping my weight under control and my money. Once you get the money right, bro, it's gonna be all good with the young females. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be all good, baby. It's gonna be all good. I step up on the scene. What's up with a young baby? What's up? What's up with the boobs? What's up with it? You know what I'm saying? Yo, boobs, she's nice looking in the face, man. I give her a 6. I'm attracted to 6s, but she ain't got no body. She ain't got the Coke bottle frame. I'm telling you, man. And that's kind of, if I got the bag, man, I'm gonna check for females with Coke bottle frames only, man. Like, no, you gotta have a Coke bottle frame, hourglass shape. You gotta have, and that's what I'm attracted to. And boobs, she ain't got that. I noticed that, man. She was wearing a little bit of tighter clothes than usual, right? Because usually she wear baggy stuff. You can't really see her figure. And I can see why she wears baggy stuff, because she doesn't have a Coke bottle frame. And boobs likes me, man. I can tell. Giving me extra attention and everything. You can tell when a female likes you, man. You can tell when she doesn't like you. She won't give you any attention. You're basically invisible on that ass. You feel what I'm saying? You basically invisible. She don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I could tell boobs say, she smiles every time she passed by. She even gave me some words the other day. She said something, forgot what it was, but she remembered what I said to her. And that gave me a hint. Like, this girl likes you, bro. All you got to do is, try to get your money right and then ask her out. But my thing is, I can attract women, but I can't keep them in my grasp because there's so much competition out here, bro. Yeah, you can attract them. Maybe even have sex with them, but you're not gonna be able to keep them for very long because a lot of these females got orbiters, bro. I haven't met a female yet that hasn't have a I can't even talk. I haven't met a female yet when I was dating that didn't have orbiters. Okay, women got orbiters. That's why it's so hard for men. That's why you gotta get your bread up and be the best option, bro. You beat the other men, man, when you got the bag, bro. Like I said, let's say you meet a chick and you got the bag, right? And then all of a sudden she finds out you got the bag. And then, what she gonna do is, since you got the bag and the motherfuckers that's orbiting her don't have the bag, she gonna cut those motherfuckers loose, bro, and roll with you. Oh, this motherfucker got the bag. I gotta say goodbye to all the motherfuckers that's orbiting around me and shit like that. So then you beat the orbiters, cause you're above average guy, bro. You a high value man is what they say. You know what I'm saying? You got your money on point to the point where like you could take her out every weekend to eat lobster, steak, and shrimp. Take her shopping. You know what I'm saying? Buy her nice expensive stuff. Treat her like a princess and shit. You know what I'm saying? Buy her a $2,000 pair of shoes. Buy her a nice Gucci bag, handbag. You got your money on point. You know, like I said, like this one guy, I call him Sugar Daddy. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's a Sugar Daddy that comes into Starbucks every single goddamn. I guess they be traveling and stuff, man. Because sometimes I see them for like about a couple of weeks and then they disappear. And sometimes I see them like around a couple of months and they disappear. I think they be traveling and shit. But anyway, Sugar Daddy got his mom. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Can't really talk. I'm fucking. My mouth was all. My mouth was dry, man. Sugar Daddy got his fucking goddamn woman draped in designer clothing from head to motherfucking goddamn toe. He drives a Porsche and he drives a Corvette. Now I could tell because of his cars, he's not super rich, but he's not struggling either. You know what I'm saying? He got shit together, bro. Dude, like what, 70? And this woman is in her 30s, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she tall. And she fucking tall. And Sugar Daddy is a little bit shorter than her, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfucker paying her way, bro. That's what I'm saying. Sugar Daddy is older. He's 70 years old. And he's doing better than me in the dating market because of his money. I'm like, God damn, how is this little old man doing better than me? He got that paper, man. Like a while back, I seen Sugar Daddy walk inside the Starbucks holding her expensive Gucci or Louis Vuitton bag or whatever high-priced name brand that he bought her. He came in holding it. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was holding her bag for her or something. But you could tell from head to toe he got her dressed nicely. Okay? The bitch got expensive handbags, expensive shades, okay? That motherfucker ain't playing. He said, man, I'm pulling out the wallet to keep this bitch around. That nigga he ain't no joke, boy. I be like, go, Sugar Daddy, bro. Go ahead. You know, do what you do, bro. You feel me? You know. He ain't struggling to get coochie. I just put it this way, bro. You know, and I'm younger. You know, I'm probably like 30 years younger and shit to him, bro. And he doing better than me. Okay, so all you gotta do is get a Porsche and a Corvette, bro, and you got it good. You got it made. If you could afford a Porsche or a Corvette, you're pulling in at least 6 figures a year, okay? So you making well over, you know, $300,000 or $400,000 a year and shit. If you got a Porsche and a Corvette, I seen him pull up on multiple occasions over there by Starbucks. You feel me? So I said, okay, go ahead, Sugar Daddy. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta wear that Sugar Daddy badge of honor proudly too, man, because you 70. You know what I'm saying? But the key is, man, he not alone. That'll be worse, you know. You know, we already know we putting on age, you know, we getting older and shit like that. But the last thing you need to be is old and alone. And Sugar Daddy not old and alone. He got a woman, man. And she tall, and she's around a 6 and looks. I guess a 6 look good to him, you know what I'm saying? He's a hell fucking shit. She ain't no 8, 9, or 10, but she's a nice 6. I got me a 6, motherfucker. I'm old as shit. You know, to an old man, a female in her 30s that's a 6, that's good as gold for him. You know what I'm saying? You know. But that's how I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't get to an age where you're 70 and you're broke. You know what I'm saying? Do sensible things while you're still young. You know, so that way you get to his age, you can still date women that are a lot younger than you. You feel what I'm saying? You know, Sugar Daddy probably did some sensible things when he was young. And plus, he like 5'7". You know what I'm saying? But Sugar Daddy 5'7", and they're both around the same height, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe she might be a little bit taller, like 5'8" or something. But they're around the same height. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Getting to your older age and not being by yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting to an older age and not being alone. Anyway, I got to end this live, man. I'll be back on after I get done working out, bro. You know how I do it. You guys have a good day, man. I got to work out. I'm running my mouth too much, and it's gonna rain later in the noon shit. I gotta go.